Call this meeting to order.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975.
Invocation. Bow your heads. Thank you. Commissioner Sarn,
Stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Albrecht.
Here.
Commissioner Lodes. Here. Commissioner Sarr.
Here.
Commissioner Marchand.
Here.
Commissioner Taylor. Present. Deputy Director Romero.
Here.
Director Soleo.
Yes.
Do I have a motion and second to accept and dispense with the reading of the minutes from the last public meeting?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence dated July 22nd, 2024, from the Township of Greenwich, County of Warren, notifying the Cumberland County Board of County Commissioners of Resolution 65-24, passed at a meeting held on July 18, 2024, urging support of online legal notices adopted by the Township Committee. Correspondence received by email on August 7th from the Cumberland County Improvement Authority Board to the Cumberland County Board of County Commissioners, expressing their board's wishes to move forward with entering into a contract with President/CEO Jerry Velasquez to secure his services for an additional 3-year term. Do I have a motion and second to open public comment on resolutions only?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Public comment? Anyone want to come up? Resolutions only. State your name.
Good evening, Jennifer Weatherford, happens to be the Cumberland County Prosecutor. I want to make comments on 2 resolutions. One is number 10, 2024-480, which is our application for Operation Helping Hand. It's an application to secure $100,000 from the Attorney General's office. It's the program that we use to support our robust outreach, which is our Recovery on Wheels outreach, our Knock and Talk outreach, our 24-hour recovery coach hotline as well. We work very closely with Melissa Niles' office, the Department of Human Services, who it's in their bailiwick to supervise recovery, and the recovery coaches. So the combined approach of ROW is to have an effective strategy for getting those who struggle with addiction into recovery. The Robust has been a vital resource since launching in August of 2019. It's been deployed over 500 times across the county and served several thousand individuals. A remarkable outcome is that hundreds of individuals have been able to get directly hooked up with treatment as a result of the Recovery on Wheels effort and the good work of the recovery coaches. The county's partnership with our HIDA Task Force Overdose MAP program allows the recovery coach team to conduct focused door-to-door knock and talk outreach. They follow up as many as 5 times each with every surviving county resident who has received Naxalone or is suspected of overdosing. By performing multiple contact attempts out of the Capital Recovery Center, both in person and by phone, the peer recovery coaches have helped families as well as individuals suffering from addiction within our community, and I thank Melissa Niles and her team for that. The OHH effort has led to an increasing number of pathways now available to reduce those who are either headed for jail, prison, or unfortunately, fatality in our community. Additional initiatives like the 24/7 hotline, and I brought, so you guys can see, the cards that our police officers carry to hand to families when they go to the scene of an overdose. They carry these cards and they carry them with them so that they can hand them out. And cards that we use in the community that have a definition of what a recovery coach is and the 24-hour hotline that Melissa Niles supervises, and that the OHH funds pay for our recovery coaches to be on call. So I'm gonna leave that with you guys, so you have that. So I'm asking that you support that application and really spread the word in the community that through Melissa really and her Capital Recovery Center and the OHH efforts that we are building recovery capital in our community. Everybody in our who's sitting here probably knows someone and probably has a family member who has suffered from addiction. And it's really important to have recovery capital in our community because people are coming home to our community. And when you have a supportive environment, people can live in active recovery. So I thank you to Melissa Niles and her team, and I ask that you support that application. The second application that we have on the agenda tonight is number 17, 2024-487, which is the purchase of a Jeep Grand Cherokee for our Arrive initiative. Arrive Together was successfully piloted in Cumberland County in 2021. So we were the first county to do Arrive with our state police partners. And what happens is a mental health screener, along with a police officer, goes out to mental health crises together to reduce the possibility of use of force, which increases when there's a call or response to mental health crisis. In May of 2023, we were the first county to expand our Arrive efforts to our entire county. So actively, the Arrive teams go out in all of the police departments as well. Thank you to our sheriff and our office. We all take a day, 5 days a week, and we have Arrive teams that respond to calls. When there is not an Arrive team on duty, they take the list of crisis calls and they go out and they follow up with people who have been in mental health crisis. Again, this builds mental health capacity in our community. So we were lucky to get a $150,000 grant from the New Jersey Attorney General's office. We are seeking to purchase this vehicle because the best practices for Arrive is for the Arrive team, the officer and the mental health screener, to arrive to the scene in an unmarked car. That way people feel safer and they feel more comfortable partnering, cooperating, talking to the screener as well as to the officer. Arrive is vital for our county in that what we are doing, what we know is that people who are in mental health crisis are 16 times more likely to die in a law enforcement encounter. They're more likely to end up in our jails or our prisons, and 10 times more likely to be incarcerated than those who are not suffering from mental health crisis or suffering with mental health. They take up 20% of law enforcement staff time. So if we can reduce the numbers of times that we have to touch people who are suffering from mental health crisis, we actually free up time for police officers to respond to violent crime. So that's something that we're doing in the community. Since May of 2023, Arrive has helped 325 individuals in the county. That's 325 individuals that may have been arrested in the past, may have been housed in the Cumberland County jail, may have suffered from injuries on scene, and may have either sued police departments or the county as a result of use of force. So that's a win-win for us all.
It's on. I just wanted 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm asking that you support both of those applications this evening.
Do I think why the prosecutors, why she's up with the podium, that just recognize that the Cumberland Water was that you received an award for when you organized the crisis intervention teams. So you just received the state award, or was it?
It's an award from the CIT program, which we'll receive in October. I do want to acknowledge that Amy Holmes, who is our new Arrive coordinator under the Arrive grant, is also our CIT coordinator. Everybody is in the audience. We have a very lofty goal of having 50% of our officers in the county. There's over 500 officers trained in CIT within 5 years, and right now we have
24%.
We have 24%, and we have 3 more years to go. 2.5 more years to go, so we're working hard. Thank you.
Madam Prosecutor, I just came from a funeral on Sunday on an overdose. So I just let you know that you have my support on both resolutions.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anybody else? There we go.
Good evening. Welcome. I'm Nancy Bridgeton from Fairfield Township. We have Resolution 2024-489, the resolution approving a change order number 3, the contract to conduct the preliminary assessment for Mid-County Park Block 3, Lots 8 and 53. To construct the 5.2-mile permanent trail system, and this is a change order increasing the contract by 203.18%. And evidently, they found some stuff on the property, some kind of pesticide, and they have to do more of an investigation. I guess it's part of the DEP. And can somebody tell me about that? And can you also tell us about the policy changes for the jail personnel?
Policy changes for the jail?
Yeah, I believe there's a policy. I don't know which.
This is different. That's two different subject matter. She's going. Yeah.
Policy changes.
There's a man. You are getting a company to write up a manual for the jail.
Well, that would be under open session.
Yeah, that's
We're looking at the
these are
resolution.
consent resolutions right now.
Can you come back in open session and speak about that? Right now, we're looking at resolutions.
I
think there might be a resolution.
Yes.
Yeah, if I can interject, I think the written resolution, this is the expert for the county legal department.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were saying.
And it's required by the federal suit.
It was on page 38 of your Department of Justice initial report.
Okay.
It's required by the federal suit that we resolve.
Right, and because we're not having a work session this month, I'm hoping that we will discuss it a few things. Thank you.
It's 204-196.
Page 204-106.
No, 204-496, number 26.
And the Mid-County Park, they did find things, they did find
Well, I'm
pesticide
quite sure they did.
that needs to be addressed.
I'm
And
quite
so
sure that they
this
did.
money is to address that problem.
I'm really curious if that's the property where all the trees have died and the fragmites are around.
Can Mr. Petrosky please step up?
So we'll get back to this, Frank. Thank you.
Well, Matt's heavy into this since he actually employed TNN to do the rest of the services.
Right,
Well, we've gotten this deep into it now with Al and John getting in, so I would prefer to just settle this at this point. Okay, Matt.
all right. So TNM is the consulting engineering firm that has been working on all the work related to that project and that parcel. They did the preliminary assessment, which found the contaminant in the first place. We then forwarded their initial report to DEP. DEP came back and asked us to do some more investigation and to create a mitigation plan to address the contaminant, and so that is what the change order does. Working with purchasing, it was determined that the most effective plan of action moving forward was to use that same consultant since they're familiar with the property and all the work they've previously done on it, and so that's what goes along the resolution.
Thank you, Matt. Let's go back to the normal format where we go through the resolutions and public comment, and then we'll answer after the fact. Thank you. Okay, anybody else up for resolutions? Anybody in the public want to speak? Anybody want to speak about the resolutions only?
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor?
Okay, the second, did you answer both questions?
I think so.
Did you answer
Satisfied
both
with
questions?
question
Did you
five.
satisfy both questions?
Yeah, policy changes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. All right. Continue.
Consent resolutions. Resolution 2024-471, resolution awarding a contract for providing out-of-school youth industry-focused occupational training internship program services for Cape May County. RFP number 24-04 resubmission. 2024-472, resolution awarding a contract for providing out-of-school youth industry-focused training and internship program services in Cumberland County. RFP number 24-13 resubmission. 2024-473, resolution awarding contract for providing and delivering washed aggregate for the Cumberland County Public Works Department, bid number 24-25. Resolution 2024-474, resolution awarding contract for supplying and delivering VOC compliant high-performance cold patch for the Cumberland County Department of Works and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Purchasing System Identifier, number 181 CCCPS, bid number 24-26. Resolution 2024-475, resolution awarding contract for supplying and laying hot mix asphalt to the Cumberland County for the Cumberland County Department of Public Works and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Purchasing System Identifier number 181 CCCPS, bid number 24-28. Resolution 2024-476, resolution awarding contract for providing collision repair and vehicle painting services for the Cumberland County and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Purchasing System Identifier number 181 CCCPS, bid number 24-27. Resolution 2024-477, resolution declaring a 2006 Jeep Liberty VIN number 1J4GL48K16W198221, asset number 9409, used by the Division of Social Services as surplus and unneeded property and authorizing sale via online public auction. Resolution 2024-478, resolution approving change order number 1 to contract for providing various social services for the homeless for the County of Cumberland, County Department of Human Services, RFP number 22-63. Resolution 2024-479, resolution approving change order number 1 to contract for providing various social services for the homeless for the County of Cumberland, Cumberland County Department of Human Services, RFP 22-63. Resolution 2024-480, resolution authorizing application to and acceptance of grant funding from the Attorney General's Office for the state fiscal year 2025 Operation Helping Hand Grant Program. Resolution 2024-481, resolution authorizing application and agreement with the State of New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for the Community Peer Recovery Centers Grant. Resolution 2024-482, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for software annual support and maintenance services for the Cumberland County Department of Corrections Jail Management System. Resolution 2024-483, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for online research software subscription for the Prosecutor's Office. Resolution 2024-484, resolution approving budget amendment radiological emergency response plan, $107,576.05. Resolution 2024-485, resolution exercising second and final option to renew contract for furnishings and delivering bottled water springs water service for the County of Cumberland, RFD number 22-35. Resolution 2024-486, resolution correcting Resolution 2024-427, awarding contract for providing preventative maintenance and repair services for the lift station pumps at various Cumberland County locations, bid number 24-21. Resolution 2024-487, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey State contract vendor for the purchase of one 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo four-wheel drive with paint option for the Prosecutor's Office. Resolution 2024-488, resolution authorizing grant agreement with the Corporation for National and Community Service for providing operational funds for the Cumberland County RSVP program. Resolution 2024-489, resolution approving change order number 3 to contract to conduct a preliminary assessment for Mid-County Park to construct a 5.2-mile permanent trail system, RFP 23-24. Resolution 2024-490, resolution approving change order number 1 to contract for monthly elevator inspection, maintenance, repair, and testing. Resolution 2024-491, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey State contract vendor for 20 FNH 36-100689 FN 1611.5-inch Pro H carbine with BUIS. Resolution 2024-492, resolution authorizing purchases from the state contract vendors. Resolution 2024-493, resolution authorizing Cumberland County Department of Human Services and Division of Employment and Training to provide youth service programs funded by the Juvenile Justice Commission. Resolution 2024-494, resolution awarding fair and open professional service contract for providing professional services for emergency action plan updates for 6 dams located in Cumberland County, pre-qualified per RFQ number 23-42 as needed, general architectural and engineering consultant services contract award by Resolution 2023-772. Resolution 2024-495, resolution authorizing purchase from the New Jersey State contract vendor for 10 Dell 24 monitors and 20 Optiplex small factor plus desktop complete with accessories for the prosecutor's office. Resolution 2024-496, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for policy manual daily training with supplemental manual for the Cumberland County Department of Corrections. Resolution 2024-497, resolution authorizing approval to submit a grant application and to execute a grant agreement with the Juvenile Justice Commission for CY 2025 Comprehensive County Youth Services Commission Plan and Application. Resolution 2024-498, resolution authorizing purchase from the New Jersey State contract vendor for renewal of various IT support services, including cybersecurity for Palo Alto Networks. Resolution 2024-499, resolution authorizing grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for fiscal year 2025 County Aid Program grant funds. Resolution 2024-500, resolution approving budget amendment fiscal year 2025 annual transportation program, $7,227,733. Resolution 2024-501, resolution approving change order number 1 to contract for specification for the 2020 Local Freight Impact Fund Road Program, Townships of Deerfield and Fairfield, Cumberland County, New Jersey, bid number 23-01. Resolution 2024-502, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract to provide a series of 3 voted education mailers with design, print, mail shop service, and delivered to the post office with Cumberland County Board of Elections. Resolution 2024-503, resolution approving budget amendment fiscal year 2025 personal assistance service programs, $26,190. Resolution 2024-504, resolution authorizing application to New Jersey Transit and the Department of Transportation, United States of America, the calendar year 2025 on behalf of the Cumberland County Office on Aging and Disabled for a grant under Section 5307 of the Federal Transit Act as amended. Resolution 2024-505, resolution recognizing August 31st, 2024 as International Overdose Awareness Day and inviting all to attend the 8th Annual Overdose Awareness Candlelight Vigil on August 22nd, 2024 at Rowan College of South Jersey, Luciano Theater. Resolution 2024-506, resolution declaring September 2024 as National Recovery Month. Resolution 2024-507, resolution authorizing increase in monetary ceiling for legal expenses in accordance with NJAC 5:30-5.3 through NJAC 5:30-5.5 for workers' compensation matter of Barbara Eckert v. County of Cumberland. Resolution 2024-508, resolution authorizing the increase of monetary ceiling for legal expenses in a litigation matter in accordance with NJAC 5:30-5.3 through NJAC 5:30-5.5. Resolution 2024-509, resolution authorizing assignment of a matter, Kimberly Godine's appeal of termination. Resolution 2024-510, resolution authorizing assignment of the matter of an investigation of complaints made by employees of the Division of Social Services. Resolution 2024-511, resolution urging state leaders to pass legislation authorizing counties, municipalities, school districts, and all local governments to electronically publish legal notices. Resolution 2024-512, resolution appointing members of the Cumberland County Veterans Commission. Resolution 2024-513, resolution appointing member to the Human Services Advisory Council. Resolution 2024-514, resolution appointing member of the Mental Health and Addictions Board. Resolution 2024-515, resolution awarding contract for supplying and delivering inmate clothing and various supplies to the Cumberland County Department of Corrections, bid number 24-30. Resolution 2024-516, resolution awarding fair and open professional service contract for providing architectural engineering services for the Cumberland County Fairgrounds, RFP number 24-33. Resolution 2024-517, resolution authorizing application to an agreement with the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Aging Services for the Age-Friendly Grants Program, December 31st, 2024 through June 30th, 2026. Resolution 2024-518, resolution authorizing payment of bills. Now, resolution 2024-520, you guys should have separate. Resolution exercising second and final option to renew contracts for providing various medical services for the Cumberland County Department of Corrections, RFP number 22-28. Are there any questions, comments, or discussions?
Director?
Any comments?
Okay, I have two. One on Resolution 2024-502. Emails. As of this point in time, I have not seen anything. And to vote on something that I haven't seen or read that goes out to the citizens of Cumberland County, I don't think is acceptable. I think what should be done is that this should be tabled until the work session in September. The couple weeks is not going to make that much of a difference for election, especially since there's attempts right now to try to change the way the ballot's being run. And I really would like to see what's going on with these mailers. And right now, we don't know. I don't think anybody here on this board has seen any of these mailers. So how can we be responsible to sign off on things that are going to the people of Cumberland County without even looking at it? I'm not saying you're not going to do the mail. I'd just like to see it.
And look, I agree with Commissioner Sarr. I thought the same thing when I was reviewing this. It's hard to vote on something without seeing what's going to be disseminated to the public. That's on behalf of the county. So I would like to see the samples of these 3 proposed mailers before we move forward with this.
So I have a motion on the floor to table this till the next meeting.
I'd second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so 32.
Can I speak on that one, please?
Sure.
Hi, Sandy Aldrich, Deputy County Clerk. The mailers are not made up yet, so that's why you don't see them. We are using our trust fund money, and we are getting reimbursed for those fees. So,
But still, what you have to realize is that, I'm not saying the mailers don't go out, I'm just saying that we are responsible to see what's disseminated to the people of Cumberland County, and we don't even know what it looks like. We don't know what the message is, and I think it's only fair to this board, since they're elected officials and we respond to the citizens. I mean, I think that's who we represent them. I think it behooves us to see what we're going to send out. I'm not talking about who's paying for it. I just would like to know what we're sending out.
so it comes out from the county clerk's office, and she is her own office as a constitutional officer.
I understand, but there's a resolution that we approve it. And as of this time, I would like to table this resolution so we can see what is being sent out.
So if you table it until September, then you're pushing back the time because
We still have another 60 days to send out.
so mail-in ballots go out September 21st.
Okay.
And that's technically when the election starts. So you want to hold up the process.
Well, the process is, why didn't they bring it to us to even see it?
There's nothing to see right now. They're not made up yet.
Well, wasn't there a design?
No.
There was no design. What did you send to the printer to print out?
We told them what we want on the ballot. I'm sorry, excuse me, not the ballot, on the mailer.
Okay.
And he is going to design something for us. We had to come to you.
Okay, so when they design it, bring it to us.
We had to come to get the resolution passed because it's over the 17.5.
Okay, so if you design it, bring it to us so we can see it. You still have to design it. So design it and bring it to us so we can see what's going to be sent to the
I
citizens.
understand it is coming out of the trust.
I understand, it has nothing to do with money. I'm not talking about money. We know it's not being paid for, okay, that they have the budget, the trust fund, but we also would like to know what information we're sending our citizens.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll bring it up to our counsel from the clerk's office. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you have,
So that was,
There was a motion.
there was a motion table?
There was but it was a roll call.
no, not yet.
No, we did a voice vote. Do you want a roll call?
It's a very roll
I
call.
will
It's a
do a roll
first,
call.
a roll call.
Okay.
Right, for roll call. Correct.
Commissioner Albrecht.
Yes.
Commissioner Ludes.
Abstain.
Commissioner Sorrow.
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand.
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor.
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero.
Abstain.
Director Soleo.
Abstain.
4-3, vote carries.
Oh, the last one was 516.
I'll get that.
Matt, could you, just as an explanation, I think really even everybody else, is this to design how the fairgrounds are going to look?
So there are a couple of components related to the comprehensive plan that we've kind of packaged together into this engineering architecture. It involves the gate, the ticket booth. It involves the septic system and bathroom at the Red Barn building, which is part of the Department of Health project. It involves the filtration system for the water.
For the wells?
And it involves the details related to the grandstand installation.
Okay.
Matt, while you're up there, also I said something about that we're designing, you mentioned the gate that's going to be where the ticket booth is and you're going through the fair. But whatever, and I said this to you, if you're designing something, make it the design that would be something distinctive that would, I'll say that other parks we develop, other entrances will see, hopefully have the same format and people will be easily recognize the entrance of this, you're entering a county park.
I've seen the design, Commissioner, and it's very wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
The entry's gorgeous. The whole fence system is I think it's what, 1,700 linear feet of fence, somewhere that I've seen close. A new building that is going to take in the tickets and really facilitate, and actually, dress it up to the point where people are going to want to actually come through that front door and go, wow. So this is something that we're looking to do.
And this is something we've discussed in the past about, having it marketable and, working towards having everything be cohesively marketed
That's
in the
what
county.
I like what's being proposed, just that let's take that same, it doesn't have to be identical, but you understand. So hopefully we proceed everywhere else we go, we know, people can visually say, they don't know what it is, but they know it's a county park.
And with $75,000 coming out of
That is coming out of the ARPA funds.
Very good. Thank you. Sure. Okay.
There's nothing else for you.
Now save some for the rest of the committee.
Well, I have to find it, so bear with me. Number 6. Number 6, this is the contract of collision. Again, and I say this to you, and I say this all the time, that there are body shops in this county. I'm really shocked that we don't have a local body shop taking care of this. If it's us not reaching out or they're not reaching in, we have to do a better job because, this is money that's going to go out of the county that their business here could really use. If they do, if they don't bid, that's another thing, but at least we might have to do a better job at it. So, this is 478, number 8, 478. At first, I actually was talking to our Melissa Niles. This is us using. We know there's a homeless issue. There was money set aside for a particular organization that did not happen. They have repurposed this money to. So you see the increases, but it's really actually money sitting aside, not being used, repurposed to organizations that actually do the work. So after speaking, I felt very comfortable with it. We know there's a tremendous need. Just being shocked that if we didn't do this, we would lose the money. So it's good. And that also includes for 479, same reason. Even though there's an increase, it's really just moving money around to help, still helping the problem to an organization that didn't exist or has issues. I will vote no on 485. I have an issue with that every year. And also 488, I just want to mention that this is a great, this RSVP program, bringing seniors back to, with their skills, training other people, being mentors, knocking on doors. I've had people ask me that they have certain talents, and they go, well, how can we do it? I didn't even know this existed a few years ago. And I had people, former teachers, that said, hey, I would like to still help. I mean, I'm not used to it. I have a lot of skills, and not that I want to do it full time, but I would love to help. And this is a great thing that we help and bring senior mentors back into helping our students, helping people that need to certain skills. So just mention it, that I really appreciate that. You already talked about the number of the park. That, as far as I know, also, I just want to say that is the 5.2 on our new part of our land. If I'm correct about that, the 170 acres that we across the street, not the county parks where we're at, the fairgrounds.
Not the continuous lot.
Not the continuous, okay. And this is probably for the prosecutor real quick. Number 491. Are we buying a firearm? Is that what that costs? Maybe just for the bond. Is this normal, or is this
I looked it up because I didn't recall us buying firearms. I'm not a firearm person. They're weapons for the Violent Police Department. They have to get approval from us for the expenditure of forfeiture funds. And I don't see Dave DeWoody here, but I believe because of the amount that it is, that's why we have to do a resolution as well.
okay? So this is something they don't have, and they need to do.
It's their forfeiture money. I approve that they're spending it, and then I looked it up. They are rifles.
Okay. I won't say anything about 494 alone. I urge people that please come out for tomorrow, on Thursday, the college. This is 505, the overdose awareness. It's usually held outside. It's being held inside. Maybe in the future, I hope it would be back outside. That's my personal opinion, but I urge people to come out and see it. It's actually a very touching event, and as the director said, it touches him. It's touched all of us in some way. It's a remembrance of that, so it's really good. So, and sorry, I know I'm missing something. Well, I'll say that.
You can say it in open session.
Thank you.
Let's move on. Let's start the other side. Commissioner Shot.
So, the agenda items that I was going to discuss have already been addressed. So, no need to hear from me.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Taylor.
I was just hoping for a little more information on Resolution 485 about the bottled water. Like, they've always been getting bottled water?
Yeah, there's some talk about getting indoor plumbing as opposed with filtered water to alleviate the injuries and so forth, contamination. Because bottled water still is an issue being heavy with them on top. So we're looking to transition to some facilities, not all, women that have plumbing available.
Okay, and then can we get a little more information on Resolution 509?
matter to the solicitor. I don't think we can speak too much to that matter.
Yeah, so it's a litigation matter. And it's a matter of a termination.
So that's
About employment, you have to do
that's
that.
just that, okay. I have no,
Yeah. Anything else?
that's it.
You good? Okay. Commissioner Romero?
Yes, I have a question similar to Mrs. Taylor, Commissioner Taylor. On 39 and 40, I don't have enough information since it cannot be discussed. I'd like to abstain from both of them.
Okay, very good, sir. Anything else? Any other comments?
No, that's it.
Okay. Commissioner Rhodes?
No questions, but a few comments. I am, I guess, happy to see that we are making strides in mitigating the property that's connected to the Cumberland County Fairgrounds, to be able to continue on with our proposal for completing a trail there, and not just a walking trail, but this is a multi-phase project. There's been a lot of conversations and ideas of what this can turn into, and that was really a big piece of the puzzle. This is a huge piece of property that right now belongs to the county and is being underutilized. And it was, I believe, a peach orchard previously, and some of the pesticides that were used there did leave some contaminants. There aren't trees dying on the property, but it was just really, sort of some leftover agricultural remnants that was there from growing peaches years ago. It is a great piece of property, and I think it could be really used in a very good way and upcycled to serve the people of Cumberland County. So I'm excited that we are moving forward with mitigating that property and being able to put it to good use, a positive use in the county. The other thing, I just want to make a comment. I'm so happy to see so many initiatives on this agenda that deal with addressing our mental health crisis and our drug addiction crisis here in Cumberland County. I couldn't be happier to see that we are acknowledging it and we are finding really creative solutions to what we are dealing with here in the county. And as well, this was going to be in my closing comments, but I echo what Commissioner Albrecht said. I hope everyone does come to the Candlelight Vigil Thursday night at the Cumberland County College and Luciano Center. I know normally we're at the Cumberland County Fairgrounds, but it's booked. So that's a good problem to have, I suppose, and I hope that we get to return there next year and hold it in its place. And I've been there many times. It's always a beautiful and really emotional evening that I think helps to heal a lot of hearts in Cumberland County. So thank you for continuing to do that.
Director, motion to close discussion and vote.
So moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, do I have a motion and second to vote by consent agenda on resolutions 2024-471 through 2024-501 and resolution 503-518 and resolution 2024-520?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht, I have a note.
Yes, except for the,
485.
yeah.
Commissioner Lodes.
You were leaving resolution 502 out?
We tabled it,
I just wanted
yes.
to make sure that was left
Yes,
out.
we
So
tabled
my
it.
vote is yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Sarr?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor? Yes. Deputy Director Romero, I have you abstaining from 2024-509 and 510.
509, 510, and 502?
502 we tabled.
Okay,
Are you a yes or no to rest?
yes.
Director Soleo?
Two extensions other than the one I clarified earlier is 473 and 474. And the extension I mentioned earlier, and everything else is...
That's 502.
That's 502.
That's separate.
That's tabled.
That's tabled.
That's the extension, so therefore everything else is a yes.
Do I have a motion and second to adopt resolutions 2024-471 through 501 and 503-5 through 518 and 520? We tabled resolution 502. So Commissioner Albrecht,
Yes.
note at 485.
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes.
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand.
Yes.
Commissioner Sarr.
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor. Yes. Deputy Director Romero, I have you abstaining at 509 and 510.
Yes.
Director Soleo, I have you abstaining 473 and 474.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a motion and second to accept treasurer's report as provided?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion and second for authorizing payment of all salaries and wages?
I'll make the motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Do I have a motion and second to open public comment for new business only?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, anybody on new business, public comment? We could be starting the show today.
This was not on the agenda, so I wanted to do the second public comment. I want to share with the board that last week on Thursday and Friday, we had a day and a half of a sequential intercept module workshop. We held it at the Cumberland County Improvement Authority. It was to work on a pilot mental health court for Superior Court and a municipal court diversion program for mental health. We received a grant last year, about $500 and some $1,000 with a $200,000 match from the Guidance Center. Our plan was to work on the Superior Court diversion program, and then we were lucky to hear from Judge Chelsea, our assignment judge, that we were picked to be the next pilot county for the mental health court in Superior Court. That allowed us to redivert our funds to work on a mental health diversion program in municipal court. So last week on Thursday and Friday, over 70 stakeholders convened and it included Cheryl Golden herself from the Welfare Board, Melissa Niles, representatives from our Sheriff's Office, the jail, substance abuse professionals, veteran services, the Public Defender's Office, and many social service providers in our community. We all got together with Judge Chelsea and an organization that they brought in to do an analysis of the assets and the deficits in our community as it relates to mental health. The hope is that by identifying those gaps and capitalizing on those assets, we will be able to create two programs, one in Superior Court and the diversion program in mental court, to get people hooked up with mental health and substance abuse services to keep them out of the county jail. I had said while we were there, it will be a success. We know people who have 20 touches with the county jail per year. If we can reduce that number by 50%, that is an actual savings to the taxpayers and to this community. So we're really excited about this program. We're going to be getting a report from the company that was chosen by the Superior Court. The Superior Court is actually paying for a screener. They'll be doing a RFP to have a screener who goes to the county jail, who screens folks who have mental health issues, and then we can devise plans to get them out of the jail sooner and get them supported in the community, which will not compromise public safety.
The Madam Prosecutor, does this also involve juveniles?
Unfortunately, this program does not involve juveniles. However, by building the relationships and partnerships between the mental health providers, I actually believe we'll be able to help the juveniles as well. We know that many of them who are in our detention center have trauma and mental health issues, and we'll be able to help them better as well. So I'm happy to report that out. Commissioner Albrecht, we talked about the homeless issue and the fact that that often contributes to mental health crisis, and we know that we have to work on that issue, and that was discussed at the simulation as well. Finally, I want to mention that this image 15, through Judge Chelsea, chose Cumberland County to do fugitive safe surrender on September 9th, 2024 from 12 to 7 p.m. I thank our sheriff. We just had a meeting. We're collaborating together with Judge Chelsea. Anyone with low-level offenses, 3rd and 4th degree offenses, they can come to fugitive safe surrender if they have a warrant. We'll have a municipal court judge there, a Superior Court judge there, the sheriff, assets from my office. And the goal is to get warrants lifted and address cases so people don't have to be looking over their shoulder, and law enforcement officers don't have to be put in unsafe situations of executing warrants. That's fugitive safe surrender. It's September 9th, 2024, from 12 to 7 p.m., and it's being held in Millville at the First United Methodist Church. If anyone wants more information about that program, I just shared it on our Facebook page and it can be found.
How are you getting the word out, may I ask? How do people find out?
Well,
They do.
we're sharing and boosting it on our Facebook page. We've shared it with all of our community providers. I can actually share it with the commissioners and division heads, but it's getting out in the community.
Okay, very good, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anyone else for public comment?
Sandy Asabi, over Deerfield Township. My question is in reference to the 2024-502, the voter education mailer. So, am I correct that this board reviews and approves all information that's mailed out to town residents before it goes out? I think that's kind of what Commissioner Sorrow said. I just wanted to confirm that.
No, we might not get every of it, but we would like to see everything that's mailed to the people of Cumberland County. It just so happens that this year, none of us here has seen anything on this particular subject. And since it has to be designed, somebody's got to approve the design. So if the design is made, all that has to be done is presented to us. So
No, I understand that.
Okay.
I heard all that. I was just curious if this board has to approve, review and approve everything that's mailed out.
Well, wouldn't it be nice for the commissioners to know what is being sent to the people of Cumberland County?
Yes or no, I guess I'm just looking for.
I'm just saying, I think it would be nice for commissioners to know.
Because we have heard from the residents, because of the lack of the newspaper, a local newspaper, that getting information to them is critical. So this is important information that should be getting out in timely fashion. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Comments? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi, I'm Kelly Hoffman, election supervisor for the County of Cumberland. So in reference to this mailer, we were advised by the state of New Jersey at our last co-ed meeting that all
I'm sorry, can you say that again? That's what?
Co-ed, constitute, yes. That all the counties are doing this flyers because it is a presidential year. They want us to push the information about all the important election dates, early voting, the vote by mail. So this is why that they want all of us to do this. This is why there's grants for us to get reimbursed from doing this. We've done this in the past and we've never had to show anybody anything. So this is like a shock to us. So when we requested have the resolution, we could have had this done for you guys for tonight, but we've never had to do this before. So that's just something that I wanted to let you guys know why this is being done.
Okay, very good.
So, okay.
Thank you. There we go. State your name and where you're from.
Steve Soloff from Vineland. Just so I know in the future, what technically is new business?
Anything that's not currently on the agenda.
Yeah, it's not yet.
Anything that's not on the agenda for tonight.
Okay, cool. I'm wondering, since I've been getting involved with local politics more over the past year, is there some sort of summary report, or could a summary report be done about what the board has done over the past year in terms of accomplishments, why they handle things certain ways, what the current issues are, why they're being handled in those particular ways, and what the board might do in the near future, so that someone like me might not have to come to every meeting and start asking random questions, just to get familiarity and caught up to speed.
Okay. Well,
Director, so everything we do is, we have minutes to the meeting, and it is important to attend, be part of the meetings online or to ask questions, because if you ask a question, there might be 100 other people thinking about the same thing. So as far as what we're doing, hopefully we're getting the word out. If we're not doing it, again, a comment from you, we're not getting the word out of what we're doing would be helpful, so we changed whatever we're, to get the word out of what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. It was made a comment, there is no newspapers, so it's tougher, but online, we have an online presence that, and again, if it's not covering or informative enough, you're showing up to say, it's not telling me what what's going on. So.
No, I know you guys.
I think what you're seeing, Stephen, is an evolutionary process that's occurred over the last couple of years where we've improved upon the website, recordings are on there now, the minutes are available. So that's how you get your education on what's out there. Unfortunately, like you said, newspapers do not report one way or the other, or they report just one way. And of course, whatever you listen to.
I think providing a summary to the public is an interesting suggestion.
It is. I was actually getting to the point, but thank you, appreciate that, Commissioner. A summary of what we've accomplished over the last year, that I think is something that could be put out, again, on the website, showing that, Commissioner Taylor has done this, Commissioner Rose has done this, and so on down the line, and you can get a kind of a snip of what has been going on.
Director?
Yes, sir.
Maybe it's not a bad idea to do like a quarterly summary. In other words, every quarter, put out a small summary, put it on the website, so it can show that in the last 3 months we did such and such. It's not a bad idea, it really isn't. Because
we have a website, we might as well utilize it.
We might as well utilize it, because what happens is, people might read the minutes, and you forget, and sometimes we talk about something in this meeting, and we might skip a meeting about it because we can't do anything, or it's in process, and then the third meeting you talk about it. So it's actually not a bad idea. It's a very good idea.
There is one concern to that. Whenever a governmental agency, whether it be Cumberland County or any county or any government agency whatsoever, when they put out summaries of what they're doing, you always have to worry about how it's slanted. Okay? And that's important, because if it's slanted in one direction, you've got to remember, there's always a problem with that. So coming from the government, what did Ronald Reagan always say? Right? If I'm here from the government, then maybe that's probably the 8 worst, I'm here to help. Well, that's probably the 8 worst words you can probably want to listen to. But also, we are here to help as well. So it's a double-edged sword. Yeah?
I think it's a great idea, Steve, that we do it. And but I look at Kim and I smile, because I said, Kim, it looks like we just got you more work.
You get it. Part of what I'm saying is when you go meet the links agendas, 267 pages, that everything can turn into a rabbit hole for the average guy.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Very good. We appreciate your suggestion. Sure.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to get up there and take a swing at it? Batter up. Let's go. Mrs. Niles.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Niles. I'm from Cumberland County. I live in Vineland. I'm the department head for Cumberland County Department of Human Services. Speaking of accomplishments, so we wanted to launch this partnership at National Night Out in Vineland, Millville, et cetera, but the weather canceled it. But the Office of Emergency Management was still able to attend Morris River National Night Out. And I just want to let everyone know that the role that Human Services is playing in this new initiative, and we're the first in the state to be providing, you could sign up to receive the emergency text alerts, and this also includes overdose spike alerts. An overdose spike in Cumberland County means 4 or more overdoses within a 24-hour period, or 2 fatals. Friday night we had 11, and then a couple days before that we had 8. So what we've already been doing is when we receive this spike alert, we push it out on social media with no location, no specific location, because that's the way a person who's addicted mind thinks they go. That's where they want to go. But we just put it out there. Check on your loved ones. You can get naloxone, which is Narcan, the opioid antidote, for free at most pharmacies, and then we provide links to our resources and our 24-hour hotline. But this you can, and it's in English and Spanish on the other side. So Gianni from the Office of Emergency Management and your student intern designed the logo, so thanks to the Office of Emergency Management. This is, and the link's on the county website, and the county website is like
so much better than what it was.
Ms. Nellis, can you explain to the crowd possibly where they can get the Narcan? Because I know I get mine from my local pharmacy, and it's for free.
Yes.
And I keep one in my car, I keep one in my house, I keep one outside, so just in case, God forbid, something should happen. So.
The state of New Jersey has, it's called Initiative Naloxone 365, which is to achieve 100% naloxone saturation in the state, and they've achieved that. So most of the pharmacies in New Jersey, you can just, anybody 14 or up, age 14 and up, can just ask the pharmacist for Narcan, and they will get 8 milligrams, which is 2 doses for free. Our department has Narcan. We just get it from the state. We will be giving it out at the overdose vigil. Mostly, a lot of places have it. So we will be also, one of the links, this will also take you to a link that has all our resources, and we just updated the pharmacies in Cumberland County today. So.
Yes, sir.
They used to give a class on how to administer it properly. Do they still do that?
We do, but it's very easy now. So, anybody remember Pulp Fiction, the movie? It was a needle this long, right? So, and when naloxone first became illegal under the Good Samaritan law, that's how it was a very long needle, and it was more extensive training, and you had to open up in an emergency, who can do all that stuff, right? So then they came out with a nasal spray that was really expensive, but as time went on, it became more accessible. It's very easy. It's just one piece. You just put it in the most important thing, though, is oxygen, because the overdose victim stops breathing. Their respirations get suppressed, so they need oxygen. So you put the Narcan in each nostril, and then you do rescue breathing when someone calls 911. But yes, they still do trainings. We partner with Urban Treatment. Last time we provided training, I got my friend from Inspira. She's in charge of emergency medical services. She did the training for the Board of Elections. She did good, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, so anybody who wants to train, just, give us a shout. And sign up to receive emergency. Now we can know about weather, when the county closes due to snow.
Are you looking forward to it?
It's Saturday.
Keep it there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Nellis. Anybody else for open public forum?
Okay. Good evening. Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Township. Some people call me Fruit Loop. I had to put that out there. Correspondence received by email on August the 7th from the Cumberland County Improvement Authority Board to the Cumberland County Board of County Commissioners expressing their board's wishes to move forward with entering into a new contract with President CEO Jerry Valquez to secure his services for an additional 3-year term. Since the end of June, there's been a lot of discussion about this contract, and some of it was not very pleasant. A lot of people showed up to our meetings, encouraging you to allow his contract to be renewed for an additional 3-year term. You got this letter. Are you going to make a statement that you will advise the board that they can renew his term of contract for 3 years? I can't hear you.
No comment.
Nobody saying?
I can make a statement. And I do want to say this publicly. I have to abstain from anything to do with Jerry and the CCIA because my husband and I are partners in a company that we do work, for some of the projects that the CCIA has. So for those reasons, I've been advised to abstain. So I'm going to make that comment. I can't vote on it one way or the other.
I thank you for that. The other thing I'd like to address is I was under the impression that no more than 3 commissioners were allowed to be together without legal advertising as a quorum over 3. And I was informed this evening that you go to a lot of different functions, and maybe you're not talking county business, but several of you, more than a quorum, is in attendance. And I don't think that's right. And that's my opinion. I know 6 of you was at a groundbreaking a couple of weeks ago, and you might not have been sitting together, but it just doesn't sit pretty with me that you're gathering and the public is not invited. Thank you.
Oh, my God. I didn't think that you were right now.
Sure.
Anybody else?
Anybody else for public comment?
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner reports?
Director, if I may, I'm just going to, on the Open Public Meetings Act, I think it bears mention, just because everybody's here and it's been raised, you've been instructed, and I think the board adheres to the fact that when you're together at a non-advertised meeting, you're not to conduct county business, you're not to discuss county business. For an event where somebody else makes a guest list and we don't know who's going or when they're going, that's something that happens. But the way to steer clear, as I've asked, is to the best of your ability, right? Not only do you not sit together to avoid the appearance of impropriety, but you certainly don't discuss or deal with county business.
That's correct.
I know you've all heard that from me, but
And I believe the meeting that, the event that you're referencing is a groundbreaking in Cumberland Township for their sewer project, and we all sat separately. Commissioner Taylor and I sat together, and the others sat separately as well. So we are very cognizant of that and do respect that.
Thank you, Council. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We'll commence with comments, or we're going to continue? Commissioner reports. Anybody?
I do.
Okay. Ms. Williams?
Just 3 things, and one has already been mentioned several times, which is our overdose, our 8th annual overdose candlelight vigil this Thursday at the former Cumberland County College, now RCSJ campus in the Luciano building, 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. We are inviting all of the public to attend. I hope that they do. Are you still accepting names, Melissa, for overdose victims? I know the public were able to submit names. Are they slated to do that? No? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Until tomorrow at noon.
The public can submit names of a loved one that they have lost to an overdose to be recognized and honored at the event. Number 2, I just want to acknowledge that today was the 150th anniversary of Vineland High School and all of its reincarnations. And it was really kind of amazing to just see all the artifacts and how far of an evolution that education has come with Vineland High School. I'm a proud 1998 VHS graduate, the daughter of a 1975 graduate. Hold on.
Oh.
And a granddaughter of 1950 and 52, and I have everybody's class ring on today.
98.
So,
That's what I said.
remember that year?
Wow.
Man, they actually had computers back then. We used to chisel on
That's
that.
why I'm so smart. Just kidding. But it's really an amazing thing to see how far Vineland High School has come in the programs that they offer. We have a newly minted Future Farmers of America chapter there, which we haven't had since the 60s, and they're doing incredible things here in the county. They're now an early college high school, as with many of our other high schools are, where our students can go to high school and come out if they so choose and commit to the program with an associate's degree. We have technical trades training there that students, if they are not going off to college, have actually job-ready applicable skills when they graduate. And I had to reference our our mascot, who in 1957 started out as a tiny little yellow Nick the Chick, and is now the rowdy rooster that we see all over our Vineland football helmets and even in our fire trucks. So I think it's a great symbol of Vineland's resilience and commitment to success and hard work. So congratulations to Vineland High School. And the other thing is, on a very sad note, we lost a really amazing Cumberland County resident recently, Robert Chagata. Robert Chagata has served for years on our Culture and Heritage Commission. I've worked with him for a very long time, known him for a very long time. Sadly, he has recently passed. This has really taken us by surprise. We're very saddened to hear that, and I just would like to honor him for his years of service to the county and have a moment of silence in honor of Robert.
Absolutely. You want to do that right now? Please. Moment of silence. Okay. Any other commissioners have comments?
I have a brief one. So, getting towards the end of August, summer's coming to a close. I know in my household, I have 3 students that are about to go back to school, and I have my wife who's a teacher is about to go back to school. So I just want to wish all the students and teachers happy, healthy, and safe start to the new school year. And one other thing I wanted to mention is Hopewell Day is coming up, which is September the 14th. That is from 10 to 4 to the Amish Market in Hopewell. It's a great family-friendly event. It's a free event, so I hope people consider coming out, and I know I'll be out there. I'm out there every year. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I have nothing today.
Commissioner Merrill?
Something briefly. Last meeting that we had here, I just want to remind everybody that is here, works for the county, that you act properly when you leave the building. There was arguments there upon employees of the county. Just remember, you always, if you're here and you get into an argument with some of the people that are here to visit us to share their problems and everything, just remember you're here to represent us, and that will not be tolerated. And I was pretty embarrassed of that argument that happened at the end of our meeting. It shouldn't happen, and we're not going to, as a commissioners, we shouldn't tolerate those incidents to happen. And I want to make that clear, that it shouldn't never happen. I'm not going to mention any names. It's not important to me, but I just remind you that you are employees of this county, and you always represent us, and we're responsible for you. Thank you.
Commissioner?
On a happy note, today we talked about the groundbreaking in Forest. Some people might not, people here, because you get involved, know the gravity of it, but some people don't know the gravity and how important it is that this is happening down in Fortescue, the sewer plant. I want to commend the mayor. I want to commend the committee people down there for their hard work. Bob Campbell, who started it. And it's great that he had a worthy individual like the mayor to step forward and continue working with this. I can't say enough about those individuals. I'm just so proud that the county was able to be a part of it because of the bonding. But they worked tremendously hard to get the money. And even down to the last couple weeks where they were like $5 million short, it never stopped. They kept working at it. And I commend them. And I think what this does is it shows the rest of us in Cumberland County that when we want something, we can go for it. You had an individual, I call her a heroine, I call her a superhero. It's Jane Selke. She is such a phenomenal individual. The hard work that she put into this. And talking to her later, she said, Jim, it doesn't have to stop here. What Downtownship did was show everybody that if you work at it and continue to strive for something, you can attain it. There's money out there. The EDA, workforce, there's rural development. There are so many different areas that we can go for to get money. But it has to start with the cities and the townships if you want to get this done. You start Believe me when I tell you, this commission will be behind you 1,000% to help you out. But it has to start with you. It can't start with us when you do some of these projects. Some of these projects, yes, we can be on the forefront of it. We're working on things now. I had a meeting with the CCUA on a couple different things. But what I'm getting at is, please, I say this to all the mayors, administrators, and all the different townships and the cities of Cumberland County. If you need something, let's go after it. But it has to start with you after talking with Jane Sullivan. And believe me when I tell you, she won't give up either on South Jersey. You want to talk about, we always talk about that state government or federal government. They don't look at South Jersey or help us out. Well, we have somebody there, okay, and that's Jean. And she is a phenomenal individual, and she doesn't stop. So I just want to say we had everybody there from a U.S. Senator, Cory Booker. We had our Congressman, Jeff Van Drew, Michael Tester, our state senator, the area, the commissioners were there, mayors were there. I know I'm not going to try to mention it because I know when I forget people, then that's embarrassing. But there was just so many people there. And this is such a project that's going to be so important because, one, it's going to improve the environment. Without a doubt, it's going to help the environment because the septic systems down there are actually contaminating the bay, which is not only the bay, but the oyster industry, which is a multi-million-dollar industry, and you have people losing jobs because they can't farm near the coast of the bay. It's the other Jersey shore. Things are going to change down there. So I commend those individuals. I just wanted, that was such a beautiful day. I wish everybody could have been there to see it.
Jimmy, since you started mentioning names, we can't forget Sybil for making that happen. So I want to get that out.
Yes.
You're right. No, we have to.
I need an honorary mayor. Commissioner?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, I had a chance to attend actually the name slips, but it's the Lake Worth Livings. They're having their camps, and actually very impressive. Actually, it was impressive how the organized and well done, which I expected. They did a great job. It was really explained what they were doing, different things are going on. But what highlighted this event is the fairgrounds and how it was commented several times to them. It's a chance they can spread out. They could have all these events going on at the same time. They had over 250 to 300 kids that are coming, and plans to expand with other organizations. I'll explain later the styles about that they would love to host this thing that we're having on Thursday there. Because they have plans to do something, and it would work perfect. So they want to include other county functions in this event. 4-H came to mind. We talked many times about 4-H. So I was very impressed. But our fairgrounds is living up to what I thought it would be. I'm sure other commissioners that it's going to be some special place that things are going to happen, and it's going to be used quite often. I just want to say that sewer, and I'm glad that Commissioner Sarr is saying it, but sewer is the key, and we don't have to. Right now, the township mayors have come together. They have committed. It opens doors that we don't even think could open if we run sewer, and it's not each individual project like down township. It's a project all together, and that's what's been phrased in the DEP. Look at this as a whole, not as pieces of a puzzle. And Southern project, Western project, those mayors and committee, they have committed. They've actually submitted letters to this DEP to say they would like to be in and define what they would like. So the health department is on board. The CCUA is on board. They're actually exploring what they could do. We've actually committed looking at the Southern State plan, because we can build from a plant, not to a plant. So between the CCUA plant in Bridgeton, the one down in Southern State, which would love to give it to us, we're working, and you talk about what Dow Township is doing, just quadruple that, and just go, the possibilities are endless, because it opens up Laurel Lake, it opens up North River Township, all the problems you have to worry about being right on the docks. If you have actually sewers running up to them, it opens all the doors. Even a simple thing, and you heard us say this about the library down in North River Township, having a visitor center or a bathroom so people can go to the bathroom before they go, or wash their hands before they go back up. That sounds so stupid, but it's something that you gotta have water. You gotta have it, and wouldn't it be nice that you could have it other places down there? You wouldn't have to have one central place. And in this day and age, it should be taken for granted, and it can't be taken for granted. And so I say, I urge this commission to let's get rolling. The money is there, and it's not one person; it's many people that can get involved in this. So that could be turnkey. And when I say turnkey, it can be turnkey to start running with it. And because it doesn't happen overnight, it takes time. And as you know, what was it 30, 40 years it took down?
You stop talking, we'll get started.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to just thank all the department heads that are here today. Matter of fact, if you don't mind, if you're a department head, let's start with the sheriff in the back. Yes. Stand up and state your name and who you are. Yeah, Sheriff. Please do.
Good evening, everybody. Mike Donato from Sheriff's Department.
Liz?
Lisa Hernandez, Board of Elections.
Let's continue.
Dawn Bowen, 911 and the Fire Academy.
All the way across. Let's go from that back set of stairs right there.
I'm sorry,
Yep.
Kelly Hoffman, Election Supervisor for the County
Yeah.
Clerk's Office.
Sandy Olbridge, Deputy County Clerk.
Okay, keep going.
Matt Pizarski, County Planning Director.
Continue.
Kevin Swing, Director of Public Works.
Okay.
Stanfield, Information Technology.
All right, who else we got back there? I can't see.
Keith Sarko, Cumberland County Emergency Management.
All right, let's move up to the next set. There.
Jen Brunner, Director of Cumberland County Library.
Okay, and then we got, of course, we have the prosecutors there. Who else we got over there?
Lisa Williams, representing Office of Aging.
Lisa Williams, yeah. Who else we got? Let's keep going.
Cheryl Golden, Division of Social Services.
Continue. You're part of it.
Oh, I'm Tara Sherrill, Deputy Director of Social Services.
You're part of it. I just want to thank you all for all the cooperation.
Diane Pittman.
Oh, is she on?
Is online.
Oh, Diana.
Okay, Diana's online.
Doug Whitaker's
Doug Whitaker's online, and Christy DiLeonardo was on.
Okay. And again, I want to thank them all for all their efforts. This commission's been in for 8 months. We're going into a Labor Day weekend. And as Commissioner Marchand said, we're starting to get into the school year. So things start to get back in a routine where people get from home from vacations and so forth. So,
Don't forget our administration.
well, I'm not that there last, I get there. So, don't ruin my train of thought, you know? But I'd like to just thank them because we have another 4 more months of hard work to get this county on track. Yes, what Commissioner Soros said is that the wastewater treatment plan is the first step to getting Cumberland County on the track to economic development. But it's also going to be something that's going to be tempered in the sense where we're going to maintain the beauty as well. Because Cumberland County has so much to offer that we want to maintain that beauty with that economic development. There are some other things we're looking at. Hopefully, we can go further west and maybe look at the ideas and maybe going back to at the country club over there at Grants, and maybe looking at that, see if we can get that back, or at least maintain it, or do something for it, and get it into another working park that we can always enjoy. But more importantly, this Labor Day, please be careful out there. Everybody drives and drinks, and we got to be careful with that because we just had another accident on Mays Landing Road near Panther. 3 boys were killed. High speed. We don't know if they were drinking or not. The investigation has not come back yet, but it doesn't matter because we're finding that a lot of accidents are occurring. The Public Works is working hand in hand with us. Public safety is our first concern for this county. And we're doing the best we can on each and every intersection to do the best we can within the restrictions and the guidelines of the state. So that's number one. Number two, we're trying to help all our individuals who are in need of mental health assistance or drug addiction assistance as well. And I appreciate all of you in that conglomerate of different departments that get together and try to bring, you never bring it to a close. We've been going through this since I remember. And I'm not going to say how old I am because it's certainly not a graduate from 1998. But with that, I just would like all, for this Labor Day weekend, come home safe, have a good time, and enjoy the rest of the year. We're going to start with our regular meetings in September. So thank you very much.
1 second. We have mentioned everybody's name out there, but we got Mr. Hawk with us. I know he's not a supervisor, but he's been today. He didn't speak, so we didn't ever got to mention him.
He's just here for eye candy for Mrs. Ridgway. So, and also I'd like to just say one more thing is that we have an exceptional administration. They're doing wonderful things. They are working on a shoestring right now. Mr. Ridgway will be back in right after Labor Day weekend for a short stint, and then he'll be leaving the county. And we're in the middle of trying to hopefully replace him. It's going to be a difficult situation, but we're looking hard. So with that, I just want to thank you all as well. And again, let's have a nice Labor Day weekend.
There is a need
There's
for
executive session.
Yes.
So there's a need?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good.
Resolution 2024-519, resolution providing for a meeting not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Senator Byron M. Baer Open Publics Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-12, matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and attorney-client privilege, matters relating to the employment relationship. Do I have a motion and second?
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht.
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes. Yes. Commissioner Sorrow.
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand.
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor. Yes. Deputy Director Romero.
Yes.
Director Soleo.
Yes.
And it is not anticipated that there will be action after.
Okay, very good.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.